Hey guys, welcome back. This is the next episode. I'm recording this right after the other one, so yeah. So, because I just got an idea of something that I kind of want to do that I think would be really fun to do. So, what we're going to do is we're going to create a sort of gun in Minecraft. I'm going to show you guys how to do that because it'll teach you some skills that you can use later on. So what we're gonna need to do, we're gonna use it with this item, Sword of Death. Okay, and we're gonna make it to where the Sword of Death shoots arrows. Yeah, why not? Okay. So now we can already get the Sword of Death. Now the way what we want to do is we want to give ourselves an easy way of figuring out if the Sword of Death is different from another sword. The best way and the easiest way to do that is by using lore. So if we go back into this item metadata again, go to ItemMeta dot and then lore is a little bit specific, but because the way lore, it requires a string list, and we're going to talk about string lists right now. Not string list string lore equals new list string. Okay, now what a string, oh, it can't be initialized, I mean. So what a list string is it's a list of strings. And a string is basically just a thing like this. So this is a string right here, and this can contain any character in the thing, in the entire thing. That's just kind of how it works. So with lore, so what we're going to do is we're going to do lore.add, and then, what did it say? That, sorry, I can always remember the syntax for that. Add, wait, we set it. And then we're going to say chat color dot green, right click to fire arrow. Okay. And then this might need to be, we'll say this equals ItemMeta dot get lore, just for simplicity's sake. Actually, I'm gonna pause this for a second so I can fix my key. All right, sorry about that. I had to fix my my control key was getting a little bit jammy. Switches on that aren't the best. Okay, so ItemMeta.setLore. Okay, so now we set the lore with this object that we specified that contains a string, so which would be lore. Okay, now whenever we create this item, it'll give us a thing that says right click to fire arrow. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to repurpose this player move class that we made by just copying and pasting that. Oops. Copy. And where's pasting this? There it is. And then we're going to name it player, I think it's player interact. Let's see, is it player interacts event? I think that's it. I'm taking a guess here, so I honestly don't know. We're gonna find out though. But this is what programming is learning as you go. You never can be prepared for every case that's gonna, every instance of, I hate whenever that doesn't let me import like that. Ah! Okay, there we go. Okay, play interact. Okay, now we don't need all this code. That was code from our previous thing. Okay, yeah, this is the one we want. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, we don't need that class open. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna say if event.get action equals action dot right click, so that's right mouse click air equals, you're gonna do two equal signs, equals right click air. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna say if event.getPlayer dot get item. You don't want to use in hand anymore now that with the 1.9 update, and the reason for that is that they added the item, the main hand and offhand. So we're going to specify that this has to be in the main hand, and the way we do that is instead of doing player.getItem in hand, we did player.getInventory and then get item in hand. Dot get and then we'll say dot get type equals material dot diamond or sword. So we know that this is a sword at least. Now we're going to have to go through the lore thing. So now we're going to say if player dot get inventory dot get item in main hand dot get item meta dot contain dot has lore. So we're checking to see if it has lore, and then if it does have lore, then we're going to say list string lore equals player dot get inventory dot get item in main hand dot get item in main hand dot get item meta dot get lore. Okay, then I'm going to say if lore dot contains and then the same thing that we did, check color dot green plus, and then we're going to copy it right off of this side so that we know we have it correct. So if it contains this, so we're checking to see if it contains that thing that we had about the right-clicking to shoot an arrow. That way we know it's one of those or not. So if it contains that, then we're going to say player. I wonder if this. I think there's the shoot. No, there's a way. Hold on one second. Alright, sorry about that. I had to look up the class name. Okay, so now if we'll do player dot launch projectile and arrow dot class. There you go. That what that'll do is that should launch an arrow. So yeah, now all we need to do is make sure that this player interact is registered. So because we commented this out, oh, that's the other thing you should know about, is comments. So you can do comments like this by doing 2 slashes. So if we're not using this blast permission, we can just do // or if we wanted, as you can see, I use that up here for, this is something that IntelliJ does for my code. So you can also do those by doing a / 2 stars, and then just going down and it'll keep expanding. You can also do 3 stars. Or no, wait, it's down here that you do an extra star, it's like a different color. Maybe that's an eclipse. Yeah, that's an eclipse that you can do different colored ones with extra stars. Okay. Now we want to make sure this is registered. So we can just reuse this register thing that we have here and then just change it to player interact. Okay. Now we're gonna do build, make project. Okay. And then we go to our dev server. Let me go over here to my. Sorry, I'm just grabbing the file now from on my other screen. Artifacts, plugin tutorial, plugin.jar. Okay, that's the plugins. Okay, then we go back in game. Let's reload. What that should do. Oh, right, this doesn't have that lore. That's because we didn't do. We gotta do it. Oh no. Okay, hold on. Let's see what error we had. Here, I can check out all the error. Hold on. Problem with executing null pointer. Oh, I know why that would be a null pointer exception too. And that's because we didn't check to see if it had lore here. I thought that might be an issue, but I wasn't really sure. Hold on, let me fix that and then I'll come back. Alright, sorry, I'm back. The way we're just gonna do this is gonna be a lot easier. It's just initializing it, ArrayList string, and we'll just initialize it as an ArrayList. That way it won't be null. No, I want to. There you go. Okay, now we should be able to do make build, or build make, and then drag that right into here, into the plugins, replace it, go in game, reload, and then there we go. Most of the time today. Now that one has that. Okay, there you go. Now we have this that shoots arrows. So now whenever we click, we can go and just really unload on this guy. Look at them. Boom, we owned them. It's on this guy here too. Yeah. We can shoot just arrows all over the place as fast as we can click. Woo! Yep. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any requests or any questions, put them down in the comments, and I'll just keep making videos. I like programming. Programming's a lot of fun. I'll probably get into more basic programming or more general programming soon. You know, programming software, not software, but you know, Java applications and stuff like that. I might get into C, C Sharp, or probably stick with Java for now. Hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.